I say, hello, everybody. I want to just wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day today. And thinking about my late wife, she was born on Mother's Day in 1959. And, God bless her in heaven and say God bless all the mothers. But anyway, into the subject today. What I want to talk about is an interesting conversation I have with a very intelligent young man at the rock climbing gym on Friday. He actually remembered me from 2021 and even what profession I had, and sadly I didn't remember him. But yeah, he's way more intelligent than I am. But somehow we got onto the subject of real estate, and this was interesting. I guess right now Burbank is considering a rent control law, and this guy was able to pretty much recall all the conversations in the public hearing part of that council member meeting, which was amazing. It was like a fire hose of information coming out of for the arguments on both sides of this issue. And he himself says that yeah, he's very pro rent control, and he even says he's like a socialist. But one thing that caught my attention was that he mentioned that one of the anti-rent control arguments was that somebody had mentioned that some woman had bought some apartment building and she lived in one of the units, and she had to work hard to get this. And if rent control comes in, this would effectively invalidate all her hard work, and I didn't think this was a good thing. And he went ahead and kind of reiterated. He says, "Look, we're all working hard. We're probably working harder than she is, and we have nothing to show for it. But she's got an asset that she could probably sell for, a few $1 million." And I said to him, I said, "Yeah, I agree with you. I said that, most of your conventional ways of making it successful in life, like especially performing arts, your actors, your models, musicians, actors, and athletes. Um, you just need to have that special, unteachable talent. But it doesn't just stay there. I mean, people that are in sales, same story. Probably law is the same. Businesses. I mean, we're not all Elon Musks, and even climbing the corporate ladder. I mean, the people who seem to make it in these things are just unusually gifted in some way, whether it's personality or intelligence or athletic strength and skills that the vast majority of people just simply can't achieve on hard work. I mean, I know that from my own experience. So I agree with them that, yeah, I mean, a lot of people probably work way harder than this woman did, and they probably have nothing or little to show for it. I mean, yeah, speaking for myself, when I was in my 40s, I remember when my boss retired, he promoted three people over me pretty much. And, it kind of stung too, but those people were more talented than me when I look back in retrospect. So I can't really say he made the wrong decision, but, and then it kind of makes you realize, yeah, I just didn't have the talent to succeed. So getting back to this woman, and the real estate, I do feel that real estate may be the last kind of enterprise or venue where basically an untalented person can just make the choice that they're going to focus their energy and discipline and hard work towards it, and actually can be successful in life. And I really do hope the government doesn't take that away from people. I mean, I realize that real estate investing may not be what people like to do. I mean, again, I'm going to say it's a choice, but you may not like to do. You may not want to deal with tenants. You have to be really patient and disciplined. It's not something that you drop some money into it and you're instantly successful. Usually, it takes a decade or more before the real good positive cash flow will start coming in. At least it did for me. I mean, I mentioned after he had dissed the landlords and said how horrible these people are, I mentioned to him, I said, well, I'm a landlord. And yeah. So, and for me, the reason why I own an apartment building is because I kind of realized this when I was very young that I'm not a talented person. So, and this was kind of a plan B because I'm not really good with people. I wasn't even sure I could get a job after having a fairly mediocre um, experience or career, if you want to call it, in grad school. So I guess I was fortunate. We found a vacant lot in Montrose. We paid $50,000 for it, and then we could get a construction loan, built an apartment building, and this is the apartment building I have today. And so, I'm glad to have it. But to put things in perspective, I'm going to try and get this loan paid off in the next 2.5 years. And, the positive cash flow that this will make, it will pretty much match what my Social Security projected income is for that time. So it's not like I'm going to walk away from this like filthy rich or anything. But yeah, obviously it'll be a nice supplement. But as a parting comment, he kind of said that, housing is a fundamental human right. And I said to him, I said, well, okay, if you want to legislate that as such, I said, basically, maybe the government should own all the real estate and then decide what is affordable, I guess, for people to pay. Government could then, of course, eat the losses in this, because it probably won't cover the maintenance and other costs associated with said real estate, and then they can go to the Federal Reserve and have them print up the money to make up for those losses. Only government could do that. He's a very intelligent young man, and I think even he said could see that somehow that probably isn't right. And yeah, he kind of took him aback. I mean, as I say, I mean, investing in real estate and dealing with it, it's hard work in its own right, but it's a choice. I mean, and yeah, I mean, you can choose to do it or not. And so anyway, please comment, at least let me know I exist here on YouTube. But I just thought this was kind of an interesting perspective that I wanted to share. Okay, bye-bye.